My name is Fenne. I'm from the Netherlands. I have a family with a husband and 3 girls, and I have worked 2 jobs. I have 2 businesses, all about how to be engaged and happy in your work. Years ago, I met Mark, and we talked about conscious language and conscious living, and I had some coaching sessions, and I changed uh, the way I ate, and I changed some patterns in my thinking, some internal stuff, and a lot changed for me in that period, and I felt like really great, like everything was falling in place, and I was growing and glowing, and things went better and better until I dropped out a little bit, and then for years I thought, oh well, oh well, oh well, and now I felt it was time to get back on track, to take control of my own life again, make conscious choices, feel good again. So I talked to Mark and started with the class. Now I feel more. I also feel now that I feel more love, I also feel more gratitude. I've learned to appreciate more the small things in life. Like if I have a beautiful coaching session with a client, it brings me to tears because I can feel the progress that she's making and how I've been part of that. And that makes me happy. And I've also, what also shifted is that I can see things as a way to learn instead of as something that is trying to bother me in life. And it's like a different frame, but it helps me to get to feel the ease more in situations. So I had this negotiation last week. It was with somebody about it was about shares, and it's not something that I do very often. It's not my business as usual or stuff like that. So I was a bit nervous, and what I noticed was that in this conversation, this person who I have a work relationship with, so he's very dear to me. This other person felt a bit frustrated, and I immediately went to, oh no, I have to save the relationship. I have to make sure that he feels secure and happy and everything like that. And then when we finished this conversation, I sat down and I thought, now I see what's happening. I'm trying to keep him happy because when I was a child, I had to make sure that my family was okay and happy. But it is not about me making him happy. We're talking business, so uh, I can work or act from a different position in this, and I can uh, have the trust in that. However I act or respond, it business-wise, it will not affect the relationship because these are 2 different things. And just thinking that gave me a lot of space, a lot more space to reconsider what I had been doing, what I said about the position I was in, and also it helped me to get back to this guy and tell him, hey, this is what happened in the conversation. Thank you for being this mirror to me. It helps to grow and to learn, and it helps us to cooperate better. So that's one example. I also see it with the kids. When I go for weeks, I hate it that they're only on their cell phones. Nobody's getting in touch, and we're losing connection and stuff like that. And then I realized, okay, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm getting. Everybody on the cell phones, no connection, nothing. So then I felt, okay, I love it when this family is connecting together. And then instead of turning on the television, I started to draw in the evening. And then my first daughter came to sit with me, and my second one, and the third one said, oh, you want to play a game? And it went like evening after evening for a whole week. It was like that. And that taught me like what I say, might come true in that way. So if I change my thoughts and if I change my feeling, the people around me react differently too. So then it's back in my control. What I would recommend to people is that once you jump in, like jump in with all of it, because the more you jump in, the more you get out of it. If you do it half, you will get half. And if you go for the full Monty, you will just get it.